Hey y'all, welcome back to my 13 days of Halloween. For today's look, I am doing a jewel skeleton that I saw on Pinterest. I thought it looked really cool, so I wanted to try and recreate it. And anytime I recreate someone else's look, I always give them credit, but I could not find the original artist or the original post, so unfortunately I can't link them, but I am recreating someone else's look. But I'm starting off with the normal side because that is going to be the quickest and easiest part. So I'm starting off with my foundation and adding some concealer, but since you can't see my cheeks, I'm not going to do my bronzer, blush, and highlight. Next, I'm going to do my brow just on the one side, and I'm using my normal color and normal product, which is the Benefit Brow Pomade. And now I'm lining my lower waterline with a black eyeliner, and then I'm going to start on the eyeshadow, which is a pinky, purpley, glitter, smoky eye that is so pretty and so much fun. And I'm using the Morphe Such a Gem 39S palette, which is absolutely perfect for this look. It has pinks and purples and all the colors that I need. So I'm starting off with a pretty hot pink for my transition color. So I'm adding it right above my crease and just building it until it's as dark as I want. And then I'm also going to buff that along my lower lash line as well. For my crease, I'm using a dark purple, and normally after each shade I use a clean fluffy brush to buff out the edges, but for this look I'm buffing out the purple with that first pink shade just to kind of brighten up the pink some more. And then for my lid, I think I end up using about 3 or 4 different glitter colors, but I start off using a lighter pink glitter for the inner corner, and then I use a darker pink for the middle, and then that's when I end up going back in with a kind of pinky purpley glitter to put on top. But I just play around with the colors until I like it. And then for the outer corner, I go back in with that dark purple to kind of smoke it out. In the picture that I'm recreating, it looks like the lower lash line is black, but I thought it'd be really pretty with the dark purple, so that's what I'm doing here, just taking a thin liner brush and tight lining with that same dark purple. I am going to be adding a false lash to this side, so I like to do my mascara before I put on the false lashes. So this is by Charlotte Tilbury, and it is the Pillow Top Mascara. Now I'm just using a white eyeliner to outline where my jewels are going to be and where I need to paint my face purple. I definitely need to get me some body paint for next year's looks because right now I just have a palette with a bunch of different colors and the squares of paint are tiny. So it takes forever to do big surfaces, and I am doing most of my face, my neck, and my chest. So painting took forever. I forgot to cover up my eyebrows, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just taking a regular Elmer's glue stick, and then I'm going to brush the hairs up where they are flat, and then I'm going to set it with a setting powder. And now back to painting. Now I'm just drawing out where all of the black areas are going to be with a black liquid eyeliner, and then I'm going to go in with a black gel liner because it is actually darker and dries better than my black paint that I have. And now for the tricky part and the hardest part of this look for me personally. Obviously not doing this because this was easy. This is just the black part that is in between the teeth jewels, but the little cheek circles for some reason was so hard for me. One side I got really good, and then the other side, I guess because there was more area to work with, it threw me off, and I had to redo that side probably 5 or 6 times, and I ended up just waiting until I put the jewels down, and I still didn't like it, but I just left it. I did set the purple paint with a translucent setting powder because I knew I would be going in with eyeshadow to do my shading, and I knew that would help everything to blend better. So that's what I'm doing here, just taking a white eyeshadow and shading around my eye. I know it's looking a little crazy, but always trust the process. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, sometimes I don't trust my own process and I just hope for the best. But now I'm just taking a darker purple to shade around the edges where I'm gonna be putting the jewels. Next, I take a light purple eyeshadow and go around the edges of that dark purple to kind of diffuse the edges and add some highlighting. Now I'm doing the bones on my neck and chest, and I start off using eyeshadow, but this one isn't dark enough, so I end up going back in with my black paint. Next, I'm taking white paint to shade in between the black on my neck and my chest. And now for the fun part, adding all of the jewels, and just in case you could tell, I am being very sarcastic because these were a pain in the butt to put on, but I will say this look is very pretty with the crystals. It was just hard to hang on to them with those tweezers and apply the spirit gum, and I kept dropping them everywhere, and it was just aggravating. And I think I spent about an hour and a half off camera putting them on, plus I had to go through about 500 of them to kind of sort out the shapes and decide which ones I wanted to put where. So this definitely took the longest out of all of my Halloween looks. I think it ended up being about 4 hours just to wipe it all off. Oh, the things I do for YouTube. It was worth it though. Now that I finally have all of the face jewels on, I'm going in and finishing up the shading on my face. So I'm starting off by adding the little marks in between the teeth, and then I'm going to try again for the 10th time to do the little cheek circles. I was still aggravated and not happy with them, so I thought maybe if I shaded them, it would make me feel better. So I'm using white paint to shade underneath, and then I'm going to fill them in with that same black eyeliner. I used the white paint to highlight a little bit more and then drew some vein looking lines with black paint, and now I'm going around the edge of the jewels with some black eyeshadow just to add some more dimension. Just in case you're wondering, I am going to finish up the skeleton eye. I just knew that I would be putting in a contact, so I wanted to wait until I put it in to finish up the eye. So I am going to add a black eyeliner to my lower waterline and then finish filling it in with the same gel eyeliner. And now I'm just adding the rest of the crystals to my chest, and that will finally complete this look. I really hope that y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you don't miss my other looks. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for another Halloween look.